Hi, and welcome back to Origin of Concepts. In this episode, I will learn you the origin and the inspiration source for the ancient Norse Vikings or whoever invented the Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse of Odin. Sleipnir is the eight-legged grey magical horse of the Norse god Odin, described in the Poetic and Prose Eddas as the best of all horses. Sleipnir can travel through air, sea, and to the underworld. And eight-legged horses only exist in the Milky Way, of course. That's why I'm here with you right now. So let's take a look at the Milky Way so I can explain further. Odin's eight-legged horse Sleipnir is formed by the dark shadows surrounding the Milky Way center. And let me start outlining it. Here we got the front legs, and as always, this is the ears of the horse, and here we got the nose and the neck. And here's the one leg, and the next comes here. And then we got, if it's a flying horse, and it is normally, we got two legs here. And then the stripe shadow here, the 6 stripes here is the 6 other legs. So here you got the 8-legged horse Sleipnir. And this needs some backup, of course, from the Edda texts. But I can let it stand in a second, so you can print it into your mind. Do you see the horse now? Yeah. Okay, I'll clear the board. The 8 legs of the horse is the striped shadow, which is also the trunk of the Yggdrasil tree. So this is the trunk and the roots of the Yggdrasil tree, and this is the crown of the Yggdrasil here. So Yggdrasil is very essential to understand Sleipnir. And because Yggdrasil means Ygg's horse, which is Odin's horse. Odin is Ygg, so that's important. So here you see the legs of the horse and the trunk of the Yggdrasil tree. So that's the leg of the tree and the leg of the horse. Sleipnir means slippery because the silvery shadow looks slippery. You know, this is the outline of the horse here. And this shadow here is, so to speak, the lightened up part of the horse because the rest is in darkness. So this is, where the light falls on the horse, so you can see how it looks, so to speak. And it looks very slippery, the surface of this silvery, slippery shadow here. And it also gives the gray color for the horse. That's why it's gray. And slippery could also be greasy or smooth. And the back part here of Sleipnir is the smooth area of the Milky Way center. That's why it's shining silvery, because because of the disk light here, it shines through the stripe shadow here and make this a slippery, shining shadow. All right, let's read some of the text from the Eddas here. The origin of Sleipnir. Loki transformed into a mar and mated with the giant Blesans, which means the white-fronted duck horse. Blesans horse, which looks like a duck with a white and its name was Svadilfare, which means icy sliding traveler. Loki then gave birth to the grey moly foal Sleipnir, which he later gave to Odin. And first of all, the stallion is the dark part here of the Milky Way center, the dark shadows here. And the Sydilfare horse, the female horse, which is the icy sliding traveler, is of course the icy shadow here, which by the way also looks like the, I don't know, what's the beak of the duck. Rap, rap. Rap, rap, rap. You see the duck here. So that's why they, that's the reason. And this part is also used in the 9 realms of Yggdrasil as the icy and the foggy area, the ice world. And the grey-haired foal of Sleipnir, Sleipnir as a little baby horse is of course the striped shadow here, the newborn horse, because this is always the father here, and this is always the mother, and father and mother, unmanifested spirit, manifests into the disk light, visible light, which manifests into the striped shadow and create living things, or put spirit or life energy into the flesh in the mortal world or in the world of the gods or whatever. So that's the Trinity in Norse mythology regarding to Sleipnir. Okay, Sleipnir is able to move between the worlds of the living and dead. So let's outline Sleipnir here. The striped shadow here is the bridge between the underworld and the divine and the mortal worlds. He can run through all the worlds here. The stripes and the striped shadow. This is also the this is both the legs of Sleipnir, but this is also the 9 realms of Yggdrasil, the 9 worlds. And it's also the rainbow bridge between, to go to Valhalla, Odin's place. You have to cross the Bifrost. And this is the bow, and the stripes is the rain in the bow. So that's why we got the rainbow phenomenon. Not the rainbow after it has rained, but the bow of rain. So that's why he is able, Sleipnir is able to travel between the worlds. And what else do we got here? Yeah, I can add that the world of the death is of course the entire Milky Way center. This is you can go watch my Valhalla video to get more info. And let's see here. The bridge between the living and the dead is the striped shadow here, I already told you, and the world of the dead is the Milky Way center. And let me draw it once again, because this is the world of all the dead souls here. The stripes is the dead souls. Sleipnir is able to run as fast as the wind, fly through the air, and run across water. So we got wind, air, and water. And this is not the only myth regarding wind, air, and water. But let's take a look at it, because the wind is the striped shadow here. This is always the whirlwind or the storm or the every single myth in the world. When you hear the word wind god, it's the striped shadow. There's no doubt. And then it can also fly above the air or through the air. And the air is the heaven here, the sky, the cloud. So this is the air in the sky above the disk. And the water is both, because the sky here is the still water, the calm water, the fresh water, and the striped shadow here is the wild water or the river flowing. So this is the two kinds of water existing in basically every single myth around the world. The fresh water and in some myth, the salt water or the sea foam or whatever. Okay. And the 8 stripes here, or the 8 legs, also represents the dead bodies which Sleipnir carries to the world of the dead. So, just to sum it all up here, let me redraw everything. Here we got the horses here. You already know. And yeah. So Sleipnir outlines the Milky Way center, which is also the world of the dead. And you see here the striped shadow is supposed to be the dead souls or the dead warriors being carried on the back of Sleipnir to the world of the dead here. So here you got everything about Sleipnir. If you got any comments or questions, write a comment below and I'll go deeper into any details you like. But there is actually not that much about Sleipnir in the Eddas, in the Norse texts. So this is what we get, so to speak. Okay, that's all for now, boys and girls. And until next video, take care and thank you so much for watching. Bye.